Hello and welcome back to... I probably have lipstick on my teeth. Hold on one second. I was saying that I have switched the location of my filming slightly. I'm sure that it doesn't matter to anybody but me. Other update, I am not using a microphone today. So if this sounds really terrible, that's why. I'm not quite sure how to begin talking about something like this because it's not something that I thought would happen to me then and still kind of can't believe happened to me now. But I started high school like 10 years ago or something. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm just realizing right now how old I am. To kind of recap the years that I spent going to high school, I don't really understand how I was viewed still to this day. I was a mystery to everyone, including myself. I say that not to be like, oh my god, I'm so mysterious. More so to say that my personality changed on a regular basis and I was really unpredictable for a hot second as far as like what I would do or say. I don't know how any of that was perceived. And I still don't really understand how any of that was perceived. But I made it through high school with minimal friends. I was well known for some reason. Like I don't know why that is. And I'm really not trying to be a douche right now. Like I really don't know why people knew of me other than the fact that I had a lot to say and I was kind of a dick. I was a very confusing teenager, to say the least. Like I don't know. All that being said, I was almost homecoming queen. This is a weird story. The reason that I remembered this story today is because I got on Facebook. I saw that today marked the anniversary of the day that I was nominated to be the Winter Court Royalty. I had a roommate in high school, and if she does watch this, hi. Remember this? Me and my high school roommate were both nominated to become homecoming royalty court thing, right? Let's just relive the day. In order to become winter royalty or homecoming queen, you have to be enrolled in an after school activity or do like an extracurricular activity. I didn't do sports or anything except marching band. At the time, marching band wasn't really respected or considered to be like a sport. I'm not expecting nor wanting to participate in this thing. It was so out of the realm of possibilities for my brain to even be considered for winter royalty. I genuinely didn't think about it, especially because I, in my teenage years, genuinely thought that people did not like me. People at least thought it was funny to nominate me. The day of, we're having a pep rally, and because of this pep rally I have to leave one of my classes early and go down to the band room so I can get my instrument ready so I can go perform the pep rally with the rest of the band. We're in the bleachers like we usually are, and my roommate was a cheerleader, and so she was down cheering and I was up in the stands playing my instrument. We knew that this was the point in which they were going to announce the results for the voting that took place over the lunch period for who would be nominated for the homecoming royalty. The pep rally goes on, and one of the teachers who was responsible for counting the votes and kind of running the show also did not like me very much, turns out, and that's for good reason. I was a total distraction in his class constantly. He starts announcing who is winning for nominations for the homecoming king and the homecoming queen. Now, they do the kings first, I think, because I think everybody was down there before we were down there. I was the last one to be called, and all of the people who got nominated were totally not a surprise. The homecoming queen got a little bit interesting. One of the queens who was announced first, like the future business leaders of America type, and like the student body president-esque type. I don't know what her role was actually, but she was part of like the student government, and like she did like track and field, and she did all kinds of other sports, and she was doing basketball and all this other stuff, right? So that made plenty of sense. But then, let me just call him Mr. Gillette, starts announcing that the second homecoming queen candidate was going to be my roommate. Which also wasn't a surprise. She was like a beautiful cheerleader, and she was super bubbly and super popular. People really, really liked her. She was very outgoing, super sweet, like very cool person. Not a total shock, but the thing is, my roommate and I are decently similar, and we're also kind of known for being goofy troublemaker types. Mr. Gillette was getting a little bit suspicious. I'm standing in the stands. I'm pretty sure I'm on my cell phone, texting somebody, and like not paying any fucking attention. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Gillette is like, and finally, in his little announcer voice, and he says my name, to which I'm, again, not paying any attention. My friends had to poke me on the shoulder and be like, that's you. Everyone in the band turns around and looks at me because I'm at the top of the bleachers, and they're all like, and laughing because no one can believe that this is happening. And frankly, neither could I. And I just stood there for a second like, what the hell is going on? And I'm standing there next to these other popular pretty girls who are known for being like decently good people. I, on the other hand, was not known for being a decently good person. I'm just as surprised as everyone else in the entire gymnasium. The pep rally concludes. I have my sash. I am laughing so hard. I go back to the band room and I pack up my instrument, and I'm on my way out of the building. One of Mr. Gillette's student aides come chasing after me, full sprint. I'm walking to my car and I keep hearing this person screaming my name. So I turn around and the student aide is like, Mr. Gillette wants to talk to you right now. I'm trying to leave the school, and so I'm definitely not trying to talk to Mr. Gillette right now. He's in the commons, and so I just turn around and walk back inside, and he sees me and gives me this awful look. We get face to face, and he gets like this close to my face, right? Like we're standing toe to toe, and this man is like, I don't know how you did this or why you did this, but if you mess this up, or you make fun of this, or you turn this into a joke, there will be consequences. And I'm standing there on the brink of just scream laughing into his face because he's being extremely serious. And I asked him, I said, do you think that I rigged this? And he said, I don't know what you did. This man thinks that I fucking rigged the homecoming election, and B was going to turn it into a giant fucking prank, which is absolutely hilarious considering that I didn't even know that any of this shit was possible for me. So I get home, and the very first thing that I do is tell my roommate, the fucking biology teacher at our school, the biology teacher at our school thinks that I rigged the fucking homecoming election for us to win, and we were gonna make a big prank out of it. And so of course we take a selfie and we post it online, and we start talking about all of our plans to like rig the thing, which was never gonna happen. The fact that this teacher had the audacity to pull me aside and try and tell me that I was going to prank the homecoming election, okay. The moral of the story is I didn't. When the time finally came, I go to the game at the end of the week. I didn't fucking win. It was either gonna be my roommate or Becky. She was homecoming queen material. Neither of us were. Anyway, so that was my story time about the time that I nearly rigged my high school homecoming election and won. I didn't almost win. I came in a hot third. hot third. Like, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed me screaming at you about my fucking biology teacher. Still kind of have a beef with you, bud, so if you see this, I don't care about homecoming. I didn't care about homecoming, and you having the audacity to think that I would prank it is fucked up. So why don't you apologize to me, Mr. Gillette? You know exactly who the fuck you are.